Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Autonomy Mastery series. True autonomy is the body's natural self-sufficient state, a way of living where you no longer need food, water, or forced long hours of sleep to feel energized and clear. Today we're diving straight into the core idea that makes everything else click: why food itself functions more like a drug than actual fuel, and how it quietly keeps the entire destructive cycle of weakness, cravings, overbreathing, and sleep going strong. Think about it. Every single thing you put into your mouth, whether it's a meal, a snack, fruit, or even what many consider healthy options, is never truly neutral. It's either a stimulant or a relaxant. Both give you a quick burst of energy on credit, but then they demand payment later in the form of crashes, deeper breathing, internal tension, and that familiar urge to shut down and sleep. Once you clearly see this hidden mechanism at work, it becomes obvious why everyday life often feels exhausting and why so many people feel trapped in the same repeating loop. And the beautiful part? The moment you experience even one clean, fully autonomous day, the old pattern starts to lose its grip on you. Let's break this down in simple terms so you can really feel it. Stimulants are anything that delivers a quick burst of energy. Sugars, fructose-rich fruits, chocolate, spicy foods, or even many so-called healthy sweet raw options. When you consume them, you get a fast surge, your heart rate rises, dopamine kicks in, and for a short while you feel more alert, happy, motivated, or energized. It can feel almost uplifting, but this energy isn't free. It comes with a hidden cost. Your body has to process and break down that substance, which generates internal vibration, heat, and a kind of low-level stress inside your system. To manage this extra load, your breathing automatically becomes deeper and faster, often without you even noticing. On the other side, we have relaxants, the cooked, processed, or heavier foods like bread, pasta, pizza, roasted meals, creamy sauces, or anything complex and dense. These work differently. They slow the entire system down. Right after eating, you might feel pleasantly full and satisfied at first, but soon that feeling shifts into heaviness, mental fog, or a strong, sleepy sensation. That familiar post-meal crash is not normal rest or recovery. It's actually your nervous system being gently suppressed by the substance you just introduced. It's a form of temporary sedation. Here's what's crucial to understand. Both stimulants and relaxants ultimately follow exactly the same pattern. They give you short-term energy on credit, followed by an inevitable crash. That crash then creates the urge for the next fix: more food, more drink, something to bring you back up or calm you down again. Over months and years, this repeating cycle quietly trains your body to rely on longer and deeper sleep just to recover from the accumulated stimulation and internal load. It becomes a normal part of life, but it's not your body's natural way of functioning. Now contrast that with the autonomous state. In true autonomy, there is no crash. Energy stays remarkably steady, internal and beautifully clean all day and night. There are no artificial highs, no sudden drops, and no desperate need to recover or reach for the next thing. Instead, you experience a consistent, quiet vitality that flows naturally from within, without depending on anything external at all. Let me walk you through them clearly. 1. Reward and pleasure association. That deep feeling that you deserve something enjoyable right now. 2. Emotional regulation. Reaching for food to soothe stress, boredom, sadness, loneliness, or anxiety. 3. Identity attachment. The idea that eating is part of who you are, your culture, your daily joy or comfort. 4. Fear of missing out. The worry that you'll never experience certain tastes or pleasures again. 5. Scarcity mindset. The thought, what if my body needs it later? 6. Social conditioning. The pressure from seeing others eat or fearing you'll stand out as different. 7. Perfectionism or all-or-nothing thinking. I already slipped once, so I might as well keep going. 8. Control and safety pattern. The simple, familiar comfort of putting something in your mouth and feeling that stomach action. These 8 ridges make the urge feel intensely physical because they've been reinforced day after day for decades. That's why stopping can feel so overwhelming at the beginning. But here's the liberating truth. When you stay dry, remain upright and active, and practice reduced breathing, those very light, shallow nasal breaths with just a mild, tolerable feeling of air hunger, these emotional ridges lose their power surprisingly quickly. Within days, the loud mental voice of hunger often becomes quieter or even fades away completely. You start to realize the urge was never mainly about nutrition. It was about emotion, old habits, and deep conditioning. At its root, eating has become a substitute for our deeper human needs, real self-expression, genuine connection, creativity, and full presence in the moment. When you begin fulfilling those needs directly through movement, communication, creation, and conscious wakefulness, the substitute naturally loses its pull. Food doesn't just create temporary effects. It sets up a clear, repeating, vicious circle that keeps the whole system trapped. Here's how the vicious circle actually flows inside the body. You eat or drink something, this immediately creates internal vibration, heat, and an extra processing load that your system now has to handle. To deal with that load, your breathing automatically becomes deeper and faster as a form of compensation. That over-breathing then lowers carbon dioxide levels and triggers even deeper, heavier sleep. During that sleep, more internal load and waste quietly accumulate. The next day you wake up feeling heavier, with stronger cravings and noticeable weakness or sluggishness. And here's the sobering part. This pattern repeats every single time you consume anything. Every meal or drink deepens and speeds up your breathing. Sleep becomes more necessary. Over time, your body gets trapped in a constant state of repair and recovery mode. Instead of operating in its natural, stable, and highly efficient baseline state. This is precisely why constant eating and drinking are linked in practice to faster aging, low-grade chronic inflammation, persistent fatigue, and so many of the health issues we've sadly come to accept as normal parts of life. Now imagine what happens when you step out of this loop entirely. In the autonomous state, this entire vicious circle simply breaks. Breathing naturally becomes light, quiet, and rare, the way your body was always meant to breathe. The compulsive need for long sleep drops sharply or disappears altogether. No new inputs keep disturbing the system. Without the constant stimulation and processing, your body gently returns to its true genetic baseline. What you experience then is remarkably different. Steady, clean energy that doesn't fluctuate. Virtually no unnecessary inflammation, weight that stabilizes naturally at a healthy youthful level, clearer and more vibrant skin and hair, and almost no body odor at all. Everything just feels lighter, calmer, and more alive from the inside. Let's make this contrast crystal clear so you can feel the difference in your body right now. On the left, the eating cycle most people live in. Energy spikes followed by crashes, recurring hunger or cravings, 7 to 9+ hours of sleep every night, chronic overbreathing, inflammation building quietly in the background, accelerated aging signs, and emotional ups and downs that feel exhausting. On the right, the autonomous state. Steady, clean energy with almost no fluctuations, complete absence of hunger or thirst signals, minimal or even zero sleep, naturally rare and shallow breathing, virtually no inflammation or disease symptoms, weight that stabilizes effortlessly at a healthy youthful level, glowing skin and hair, and a consistent emotional calm paired with heightened creativity and presence. The practical gift is huge. You reclaim many hours every single day that used to be spent shopping, preparing food, eating, cleaning up, and recovering from sleep. That reclaimed time and energy become available for what truly matters to you, your projects, relationships, creativity, and living with real purpose. Here's a simple but powerful challenge for you this week. Pick just one full autonomous day. No food, no water at all. Stay upright and active the entire time. Use the reduced breathing practice you're learning in this series, and allow yourself only short voluntary dips, maximum 5 to 10 minutes, only when truly needed. Then get up right away and move again. At the end of that day, take a quiet moment and compare how you feel to a normal eating day. Most people are genuinely surprised by the difference in mental clarity and inner steadiness. If you want the complete structured 9-day protocol, with exact daily schedules, precise breathing drills, detailed symptom navigation, printable trackers, and powerful mindset tools to handle every emotional ridge, everything is inside the Autonomy Mastery course. The link is in the description below. Drop a comment right now. Have you ever tried even one full day without food or water while staying active? How did it actually feel for you? I read every single comment. If this video opened up a new perspective for you, please hit like, share it with someone who feels stuck in that eat, crash, sleep loop, and I'll see you in video 3, where we completely expose the water myth, why drinking often creates more thirst instead of solving it, and exactly how reduced breathing breaks that cycle once and for all. Your body is not broken. It is simply waiting for the constant external inputs to stop so it can return to its natural, powerful, self-sufficient state. The freedom of true autonomy is much closer than it seems. Thanks so much for watching. Breathe light, stay active, and I'll see you in the next one.